Hey guys, this is Alex. I'm back. Today I'm going to talk about ghostwriting, and I'm going to give you some really solid tips that can save you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And actually, for most of you, it may keep you in the business long enough to make money. So watch the video to the end because I'm going to give you hundreds of dollars worth of discounts in the ghostwriting department. And I'm going to share with you some of the biggest secrets nobody's telling you in the business on how to do this and how to actually create a business, hiring the right ghostwriters and staying away from these common mistakes. I'll see you on the inside. Hey guys, this is Alex and welcome to the channel. For some of you who don't know who I am, again, my name is Alex and I self-publish. I've been self-publishing for the last 4+ years now, among other things that I do. So feel free to look around my channel so you could see what I do, how I do it, and I'm all about showing evidence as to what I do. So I've traveled a little bit this year, and I'm coming back, and I want to address questions that I get via email, that I've been getting via email relating to ghostwriting. And I understand where you're coming from. You're probably wanting to self-publish. You're wanting to do this type of income stream that I've created and you see other people doing online. But the minute that you start, or you're about to start, you see that you have a problem of hiring a ghostwriter because your business is going to depend on ghostwriting, right? So in this video, I've jotted down a couple of tips and topics that I'm going to cover that is going to help you out. I promise you, I'm not going to waste your time. I'm going to go over some of the major things that I see, some of the major things that I get emailed all the time, and hopefully that will translate for you in, crossing those barriers, those challenges that you're having, or putting you at ease as to how to go about doing this the right way. All right, so let's get right into it. Tip number one is going to be talking about vetting writers. So you're in the business and you want to have this book written on, let's say, on self-discipline, let's say on emotional intelligence, let's say on some type of diet, whatever your little heart desires, right? So you have several options at this point. You can go to Upwork, you could go to guru.com, you could go to one of these sites and you could try to find yourself a freelancer. I have plenty of videos discussing going to one of these sites to find a freelancer on your own, and that option is going to be a lot cheaper than using a ghostwriting company. Now, here is where the rubber meets the road. When you go into these sites, you're going to find writers on there, and you're going to find writers that are going to do the work very inexpensive. You're going to find writers on there that are going to do the work at market value, and you're going to find companies on there trying to get work as well, charging the same rates as regular ghostwriting companies do. The problem that you're going to have at this point is vetting the writer, finding the right writer for the right price. So if they're charging too little, there's a concern that their quality might not be there. If they're charging too much, or if they're just not even going to complete the work on time, or even if they're plagiarizing. These are all of the issues you're going to find if you go to one of these websites. And I've encountered them. I do have a video on here where I show how I've caught one of these freelancers plagiarizing and how I handled the situation. So those are issues you're going to have. So here is my tip to you. If this is your very first time, right, doing this, then stay away from freelancers at the beginning because it's just too much to deal with. You have to get a feel for what this is like, and experimenting with somebody who could take your money is not the best way to go if you want to have less stress, right? If you have plenty of experience, if you've been publishing or you've published a couple of books, then certainly you could go onto these sites, but of course you're going to have to watch out for the things that I'm discussing. If you've been publishing, then you know that the ghostwriting companies charge a lot of money, and this is where you should be going to get the same type of quality work for the best prices. This is a business after all, so you have to watch your expenses. And ghostwriting, right? This is like 80% of our business in terms of cost, is going to be the most expensive part of your cost to produce a book, is having the book written. So if you're a newbie, start off with a ghostwriting company. If you're experienced and you found my video and you're trying to make money doing this, at some point try to find freelancers that are going to be less money. Maybe you could start off with a lower word count. Maybe you've been ordering 30,000 word count books. You might want to try for them to do a 10,000 word book, just to see until you find your team, right? And I know this is hard. I know this is out of your comfort zone, but if you want to scale your business, if you want to do the numbers that I've been doing, that you've seen on my channel, you have to publish a lot of books, guys. I mean, whoever is telling you that you're publishing one book, two books, it's nonsense. If you're in the nonfiction space, if you're not building a brand, then you have to publish a lot of books. And we could talk about this, the other side of the business, where you do build a brand and you do maybe publish one book every month or every 3 months, and you build a following and an email list. But that's not what we're talking about. That's not the business that I've built, and it's not necessary. You could make money there, how I've done it, and the other way too. But anyway, so I've given you a tip if you're new to the business, and I've given you a tip if you've been publishing but you still haven't found the success. You're still kind of struggling, trying to make it. Those would be my recommendations to both of you. All right, let's move on to word count. All right, so let's talk about word count. This is a topic that it's kind of sensitive because there's no right and no wrong. So the advice I'm going to give you now is for you to mitigate overspending or underspending depending on where you are in the business. So this is my advice to you. This is my pro tip to you. If you've never worked with someone before, a company, a freelancer, start off with 15,000 words. Test them out. So you don't have to go 30,000, 40, 50,000 word count with somebody you've never worked with before. That's just unrealistic. It's kind of stupid, unless you're going to a reputable company, unless you know someone in the business and they've advised that they've gotten this work before. So tip number one regarding word count. If it's your first time, then you're going to want to go with a low word count to test out their process, to test out their work, to test out their integrity, to test out if they're going to do what they say they're going to do. I'm always more interested in, when things go wrong, how the other person handles it. Then anybody could have a bad day, anybody could produce an okay product, but you could always communicate and you could always make things better. So you want to make sure that the person on the other side is following through and their actions are going to speak louder than their words. So my pro tip to you is start with a low word count and then work your way up in your next order. You do have to be a little bit patient. I know you guys want to make $10,000 a month, but you could lose a lot of money very fast if you don't take your time. Like I said, this is going to be 80% of your cost right here when you start ordering 30,000 plus word count books. And we're going to get into that in the next tip, which is the money part of this whole thing. And this is where you're going to find a lot of value. Now, if you've been doing this, and you've been publishing, and my tip to you is, if you've been publishing, then you should be doing 30,000 word books, because now you found a writer probably, and you like the quality of work. You need to get into the 30,000 word count so you could bundle things together and you could strategize your income. You could increase your income exponentially, and this begins to start having a snowball effect. So you want to move away from 15,000, 20,000. You want to move your way towards 30 plus word count books on some of the strategies that I teach in the channel. And that is tip number two. And we're going to get into tip number three here, and that's going to be the pricing, probably the most important part of this video. Stick to the end. All right, so let's get into the pricing. This is by far, this is going to be the most important part for you. stick to the end. And if you find value in this, guys, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, go ahead and click the notification bell. I will be coming out with videos every week now. And if you want a free copy of my ebook, go ahead and grab that below. That shows of some of the things that I do for this publishing business. All right, let's get into this. Pricing. It's all about pricing. It's all about cost containment. It's all about running a business, right? And that's what you need to learn. So let's talk about price. And I'm going to give you the pro tips here just because of some of the emails I've been getting for the last several months. So typical emails that I get every single week are people maybe like you. Hey, Alex, this is my dream. This is what I want to do. I don't have enough money to buy your course and publish books. I write back to a lot of people every week, and I discourage them from getting into the business if they don't have money to invest, right? This is a business. This is not a quick scheme to make money. This is a publishing business. You're competing with millions in books. You're competing with books that are being uploaded every single second on Amazon, all right? Let's get into the pricing, because I'm developing this video because of this, because of all the emails that I get that I feel people are stuck because they don't have enough money to get into this business and publish like they should be publishing in order to make it. So I had to address this problem for the people that are emailing me, and I also wanted to address this for my own students, right? You know, I do have a course, so I do have students, and they do have to publish books. So let's get into this part right here, and this is very important. I want you guys to take notes if you have to, because this is going to be worth to you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, what I'm about to discuss here. All right. So if you're looking on the screen, I have the Urban Writers. This is one of the ghostwriting companies. By the way, full disclosure, I don't make any money off Urban Writers. I don't make any money off of eWriter Solutions. I don't have anything against any of these companies. These are very good companies. But this is a business, and for example, this company right here, look at their website. It's a beautiful website. These guys, they'll target you. You come onto this website on your own, and you'll get retargeted on Facebook, on Instagram. They're spending a lot of money on marketing, and the only way they could spend so much money on marketing is if they have high prices to cover all of these costs, right? So let's go over this, because if you're not able to contain your cost, if you're not able to publish on a regular basis, you're not going to have a business, right? I promise you, you can't go into this business and think you're going to hit the only pitch you're going to get, that you need to hit the home run, right? That's what most people are writing to me. They want to publish one book and they want to make $10,000 per month. It just doesn't work that way, guys. You need to have a strategy to publish consistently every single month, and you need to be able to contain your costs in order to make it. So I'm sorry for taking so long. Let's get into it. I'm here at the site, and let's go over this. Book services, they got bundles, fiction. I haven't been here in a while. I'm doing this live. So writing packages, excuse me for doing this live. Let's get started here. Let's scroll down. You know, they have several packages. I always kind of hate this, because you're putting people in a tough spot. You know, you're broke and you have to go for the worst case package, or you want the best. You always want the best. I mean, come on, guys. Let's go with the best. Let's see what it is, the best that they have, and let's price these guys out. So let's do a 30,000 word book, and let's see where we're at here. Guys, I have a screen like it's this wide. I don't know if you could see my hands here. I haven't recorded yet with this screen, but it's this wide. It's crazy. And then I have another screen over here. It's like it's so wide that I have to turn my head sideways to see everything. All right, so where's the price here? 30,000 words. Add to cart. Okay, let's add this to the cart. Add images. No. Basic description. Yes. Let's see. All right, so a 30,000 word book in their top tier, no images, $987. Let's write that down. All right, $987. Let's go over to eWriter Solution. eWriter Solution is where I send my students to order their first books. And if I scroll down to their website, you're going to see that they actually endorse me down here. I publish Ghostwriters because I've ordered thousands of dollars off this website, guys. I've ordered so much money. I put in orders, monthly orders of $20,000 to $30,000 in book orders through this company. So I know the owner. As you can see, my website is featured on here. If I lower my screen, this is my logo, this is my company. So, but I'm going to give you an example as well. And let's price out their tier 1, 30,000 words here. 30,000 words, $450. And let's see how much a technical book is for 30,000 words. $540. Basic, 15, 21 days. $675. Let's write that down. So $675. Now, if you're starting off, right? If you're starting off your business, you have to publish every single month, right? You're not going to have one of these guys write a bestseller for you. It's not going to happen, right? If you look at any course online that is teaching you how to publish, they're not selling you a course on published bestsellers, right? It's just not going to happen. So you're going to have to publish a lot of books. So some of them do phenomenal, and the rest are going to sell. That's what I teach. That's what I've done. That's how I make a good portion of my money. So one company is at $987 and the other one is at $675. Imagine publishing 5 books per month. At one company, you're at over $3,000. At another company, you're at $4,000, almost $5,000. So, and let me also give this caveat. This company, as you can see here, it says all services now available. Click here. Every so often, this company shuts down because they just have so many orders. They can't take any more orders. So you go to order a book, you come on here, and they say, we're not taking any more orders. And it happens very, very frequently. So when I started my course, I had to develop writing services first for my students because they were coming onto this site where I send them to and they just couldn't order a book. So that became a problem. So I decided to build a writing team, just like this company. I don't focus on all the marketing. I don't focus on all the extra stuff, the beautiful website and all that stuff, because it's really intended for me and for my students. But I wanted to bring over the cost savings because I know what it takes to build a business. Not everybody's going to put in $15,000, $20,000 in to get so many books written, right? So I'm going to take you over to my site now, and I'm going to show you the services that we offer because this is one of the most important things. So let's go over to my site. I publish Ghostwriters. Now, here's my site, and book services right above here. And you're going to see here full book packages, formatting. We offer formatting. We offer plagiarism screening. We offer cover design. And let's see here how I select here, shop. I don't order books on here. Sorry, guys. All right, so here we go. Full services premium package. We only offer premium packages. I'm not creating crap books. I'm going to create the best that we get, period. Okay? So I keep it very simple. Like I said, I didn't build this business to have book writing. It's just, it has evolved to provide services for my team, for my students, for the people who come into my world. As you can see, I started off just with 15,000 and 30,000 word books, but I've had to extend that because people have placing orders for 15,000, 40,000, etc. So let me show you what 30,000 looks like. And we do offer images for a fee, but no images. And we do order covers. So we'll say no covers. Let's add it to the cart. Let's see what this, oh, it's going to ask me to do all of this, huh? Let's see here. As you can see, I wasn't prepared for this. Let's see what it gives us, the price. Added. Let's go to the cart. There it is, 600. 600. So for 30,000, 675 and 900 and change. Now with this service, you get formatting. We format your books for ebooks and print. We do the plagiarism report, of course, and we offer all the bells and whistles. So let's, and guys, and I'm not trying to, pull business away in the sense that, look, eWriter Solution is very close to our pricing, and that's where I send my students. My logo is still there, but if you're going to, and I just used Urban Writers, there's other companies that are just as expensive as them. If you're going to go out and you're going to try to have a business build on $1,000 book, you're most likely not, your pockets are not big enough to start. I'm not saying for everybody. I'm just saying for the newbies. I'm just saying for people who are scared. I'm just saying for the people who don't have the confidence in ordering the amount that you need to order, so your home runs covers your not so great home run hits, and you could continue to do the repeat. You're just not going to get there because the fees are going to eat you up before you get there. So I opened up this, and my students get a better price than this. This is just for the public price, and that's what I'm going to show you next. All right, so let's take a look here. I'm going to pause this here for a second. Okay, guys, so here's an order from one of my students. This is a 50,000 word count book that he ordered, and he wanted it with images, which we charge more for images. And this is a very technical book, and we don't charge any more for a technical book than a regular book. And for a 50,000 word book, after his discount, I said my students get a 15% discount here, the $157 off. This book is $892. So let's price this out so you see how you can scale your business when the pricing is right. I mean, order this. Let's do 50,000 words. It's going to make me do all this again. That's fine. He wanted images, so we'll add that. And we'll get this description because he should get a description, new project, and you have to provide the outline. Let's see here. All right, so here's a very good example. 50,000 words with images, apples to apples, $16.45 compared to, here's my email for this order, compared to $892.50. So the whole point of this is not to compare how expensive Urban Writer is or any company out there, how expensive they are. The whole point is this: with your ghostwriting, you have to find the right pricing. You have to, because imagine trying to order 3 of those books for $1,600. How deep are your pockets going to be? How long can you keep striking out before you get to your home run book, right? So you have to look at that. You have to anticipate that. You have to analyze that with your own business. You're going to get into this. You're going to do this. You have to allocate a budget to have books written every single month, whatever that number is for you. And you have to price your biggest cost accordingly. I created this for my students. The primary reason is for my students. So my students get a 15% discount on whatever you see on the website. So a $600 book comes out to $100 less, maybe $500. And when you compare that to eWriter Solution at $675 and $900 to Urban Writers, you can see that after X amount of books, it makes sense. And that's why I did it. So if nothing else, you have to account for this, because the emails that I get on a weekly basis, you guys are not accounting for this, that this is going to be a regular business expense for you. And you have to, because it's the biggest one, right? So if you stuck around to the end, I'm going to invite you to send me an email if you want the same discount my students get. You have to comment below in this video, and you want to comment and say, Alex, I want the discount, and then I will give you the discount. Send me an email. I'll look to see that you made the comment, and I'm going to send you a 15% discount off our web services on the web. This is a shameless plug, but guys, honestly, this is not a super profitable business for you. This is just aggregating, putting all our resources together to get the best pricing for writing that we can. I enjoy the lower prices. I give that over to my students, and for those of you who find me in my YouTube world. So I hope you got value in this video. Keep what I said in mind, and if you have any questions, feel free to email me. I always respond to every email. I'll see you in the next one.